we get beat when teams, especially in our midfield, in the middle of our pitch, have more legs than us. That's the only thing we didn't have this year was legs in the midfield. If we had legs in the midfield, there's no way we are where we are in the league.
But
It's the same thing.
Do you know? But you say that, but
guys.
it's different. Do you know why I say it's different? This is Manchester United, bruv. How the heck are you gonna say that you don't have any fighting spirit in the league?
But this is the issue. You're saying this is Manchester United. This ain't Manchester United of yesterday.
Thank you.
This is Manchester United now.
Do you know why I counter that though? Because when you have teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid, right, who they might be off the boil for a season or two or whatever, because their standards are so high, they're telling their academy kids, you come from the Masia, this is the expectation. You play in the league, doesn't matter. They'll sell every type of sponsorship to remain top. And Man United is like,
But you're talking about Barcelona and Real Madrid, whose behind the scenes hasn't changed. They might transition in terms of players, but the structure behind the scenes of the club is still the same.
Also to add to that, yeah, I don't think you can compare like those teams you're talking about to Man United right now. You're talking about an 18-month, maximum 2-year decline for those clubs, right? So when you're talking about a decline, the players that are there who've been recruited in that 18-month or 2 years, they have a reference point of a couple of players at minimum that were in their pastime when they were winning, who were connected to success, right? Man United's decline is 10, 12, how many years since Alex Ferguson? Decline. There's not one player in that squad who's attached to winning, to a culture that understands to win and the demands of winning at Manchester United. So they're having to recreate that. It's very different comparing those type of clubs. It's all set in stone there. They haven't had a 10-year decline. Man United are in a place now where, that's why it frustrates me when I hear people say what you just said there about, but this is Man United. Anton's right. This isn't Man United of our era where we're used to winning. The culture's there and it's set up to win and we're primed up and it's consistently winning and a consistently positive outlook at the club. This is a very, very beat down, negative era for the football club. So judge us based on that, not on what we've done before.
Do you know why I think that's also wrong? Because after you left, you still weren't winning anything and you had connections to people who had won. So
but we're not talking about then. We're not talking about the middle bit. We're talking about where we are right now. Why we keep looking back? We're looking right where we are now. We're 17th in the league.
That's what you need, because if you keep saying, "Oh, this is where we are," eventually what happens is it seeps into the players' minds.
No,
we're not the old Man United anyway.
I think you're saying that because of where Arsenal is now. I think because you went through a period where you weren't winning nothing. Standards
were down there, brother. Of course.
So you should know what.
So you set new standards. This is my point.